Alright, so after some 77 hours of gameplay, I have reached the conclusion of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. And I guess I'm a little uneasy about actually doing the final mission. I'm not entirely confident that I'll be satisfied, but I just hope that I'll at least be surprised by what goes down. Because, you know, these days with the internet, you know so much about things before they actually happen that... Well, like, we knew the Vulcan thing was talked about before, and I just feel like a lot of stuff gets ruined because, you know, there's so much talk about it, rumors, and things like that. I have been able to avoid any spoilers, though, so I don't actually know what's going to happen, so that's good. So I guess we'll just get into it. The final mission. Let's see what this is all about. Let's see what the big twist is, because I know there's a twist. Alright, mission list.
Please select a mission.
46, The Truth, the man who stole the world, and there is no briefing about this mission from Miller or anything. And there's only 2 objectives, so it's time. Let's do it.
Don't you die on me, damn it! He's dropping! Intubate, now! Cardiac arrest, he's in VFib!
He's in VFib. Not VFib.
Clear!
Oh boy.
No response, hit him again!
Now, I do have a feeling we're going to see a certain character, though, in this game. All because of the credits of the quiet mission.
Well, he stabilized, but it took too long.
Or we're at least going to hear them.
He's in a coma. What about him? Yeah, took some shrapnel.
Oh. Well, it's looking like it might be what I thought it was. Facts do not exist, there are only interpretations. Here we are back at the beginning of the game, it looks like. This is how the game started, anyway.
Which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face.
By the way, do they really play music in the hospital? Music like this in the hospital for patients? Sure, it's not actually playing in the hospital, but I guess we're just gonna stay here until we die. The next 25 years pass. How the game ends, you were actually just a vegetable and all this was going on in your mind. Oh, this pretty much is exactly like the start, huh? But my guess is at some point something different's going to happen where you're going to be revealed some different sort of perspective that changes everything. My head is like bobbing from side to side, like I can't stop it once I push the direction. Alright, here we go again.
Gewächshäume.
Those are still Kiefer's groans.
V has come too.
V has come too.
Thank you, Donna Burke.
Ακούεις με? Ακούεις με? Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head?
Alright, this is like identical so far.
Just nod if you can hear me. Look up, please.
Okay, I'm not gonna get the controls accidentally inverted this time.
Very good. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Wait a second. Try not to panic. Now. You'll be all right. Just rest.
How do you feel?
I feel like I've been here before.
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed. Nurse. Don't worry. You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS. Now, I need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed.
The game actually has
9
a
years
third
ago,
chapter that's
you
been
were
cut.
Injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within you. In addition to shrapnel, we also found fragments of human bone and human teeth. Most of it was removed, but some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and near your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex.
See, why does it look so much like
We couldn't give
Volgan,
you
the
an
man on
MRI.
fire?
The metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable. However, your current status is not life-threatening. One more thing. This X-ray is on your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave. Nosokoma, Grigor! Try to calm down! Calm down! Please! Calm down! It's gonna be okay! Yes, yes! Calm down! Yes. Better. Yes. Κάποιος ήδη γνωρίζει ότι έχει ξυπνήσει. Διατρέχει μεγάλο κίνδυνο. Πρέπει να ενεργήσουμε άμεσα. Προετοιμάστε τον για εγχείρηση.
So this is where you made the face. I wonder what it's gonna do this time, though.
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world up there, so there's something we need to take care of first. This is you.
Oh, that's the face I made.
I'm going to change your appearance.
I do look like
We
Old
have no
Snake.
other choice.
Yeah, see, it looks like he changes me into Big Boss.
Very good. Now let's remove these bandages.
See, that was actually 48 hours later.
Your face has
The
healed
game, you
nicely.
think it's instant.
To tell you the truth, these bandages were more
the beginning,
for
I mean.
protection, to hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name, your past.
What does it say on the back of it? It says something on the back. What is this? Did you see that? It says something on the back of the card. See, I had a feeling it's the other guy on the right, isn't it? All the way to the right, probably. Oh no, it's him right here. Good luck, David Hayter, Big Boss. Good luck, David Hayter. That's hilarious.
Everything feels all right.
patient and an expert saw my face. Of course. Consider it done.
Question is, was this guy ever really here? That's the real question that we have now. Or was he just you? Quiet after all we've been through, 9 years in the future. Ah, that's right. We saw that white petal. That was found in her lungs, too.
Okay, have time to go.
What happened to the woman?
The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down.
Who are you?
Who am I? You're talking to yourself. Been watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael.
What the hell is going on?
Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down.
So how much of this do we actually play through, I wonder?
Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
So here we go again. Here we go again. I'm not a snail! Except I move like one.
Follow me.
I really wonder how much of this we have to play through again.
Drug's not working.
Much of this is Kojima gonna force us through?
We're getting out of here. Move it.
Let's take the stairs.
This isn't gonna work.
This feels like deja vu. Hey, wait a second. Is this the part where he gets up? I don't know. I guess not. There's a part, I wonder if the poster will still be there. Is the man on fire gonna show up?
What the hell is that? Something's coming.
Well, it looks like it's still all happening the same way. Yep, there he is. There's old Logan. Hydro pump. It's super effective. Alright. Still going. Here we go, flopping around like a fish on the floor again. Fish out of water.
Calm down. You can do this.
There's the poster on the wall again. Still there. Was it coming off like that before, though? I'm not sure it was. I don't know. It's been 77 hours since I've seen this, so who the hell knows? Maybe I can knock it off this time.
Drugs kicked in? Good, let's hurry.
It looks like it's just blown about there. Going back. Oh, I can't go back.
Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there. Let's go.
Alright, let's go again.
This way, hurry. Keep your head down.
Trying to move isn't letting me move. Alright. Let's go. I don't get how the guy doesn't see us here. That's just freaking weird. Is it really that dark in this room?
Let's move.
Help me! I don't want to die!
It drags him away like Pyramid Head in Silent Hill. Alright, going on.
Here! Over here!
Time to walk. Press the stance button to stand up. Don't get caught in those searchlights. Here they come. Hurry.
And it's time to run! Are they really making us play this entire sequence over again? It's a little excessive. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something cool at the end of it. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but if they don't, it's kind of annoying.
Move! Go!
Alright, down we go. Just waiting for Kiefer too. I'm going down further? I thought this was where we went. Oh.
Shit!
Yeah, I think they're coming. Okay, they come this way. That's right.
Πάμε γρήγορα. Come on.
Σας παρακαλώ. Τι συμβαίνει? Δεν βλέπω τίποτα.
Δεν είδε κανένας, θα μας σκοτώσουνε.
Ναι, τον είδα πριν λίγο.
What's happening out there?
It's all right. We'll be okay.
Can't see what's happening. Do you hear that? What's going on out there?
Everyone, Soylent Green is people.
Okay. Hey.
Alright. Anything gonna happen? Anything different? Well, this shouldn't be different,
What's
but
happening out there? Does anybody know?
still got Kiefer's butt cheeks right in front of us. We're about to get a nice view of. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I need to see again. Wait a second. He looks like he got killed there. Never noticed that before.
Get out!
Maybe it wasn't him. I don't know. That's just weird. But again, if he's not really there, I guess he could get killed.
Please, please.
Well, I'm going to hide with Kiefer. It's just easier this way. The hell? That was a little weird. I don't know why it zoomed that way. Alright, here we go once again.
Negative. He came in here. Keep looking. This way.
Can't move yet. There we go. The hell? I didn't want to go in there. Just wasn't even pushing that direction.
We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl. If you move, we're done for. Play dead.
sure hope something interesting happens at the end of this, because right now this is... It seems extremely unnecessary.
Hold on. You better stop and treat that injury.
It's a weird how it turns blood blue. Just so strange that it does that here. It's a weird effect.
We'll have to take the stairs down.
I hope we get outside and Kojima is waiting in a cab for us. Okay, I go get the gun. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use this, man. I've only had 77 hours of training.
Know how to shoot a gun? Hold down the aim button to aim. Then press the attack button to fire. Destroy it.
Woohoo. Go back this way.
Hold up. I'll take the right. You take the left. Below! Getting cover fire! You're pretty good.
Dude, freaking die. There we go.
Let's go. I'll run interference.
It's cool. I'll just call in an airstrike. Oh, wait. Not good. Didn't know they were gonna do that. Just run. Just run. Get the hell out of here. But I'm on fire. I'm dead. I can trigger the cutscene though if I just... run here. All right. It's an Amber Lance. Alright, just gonna run out of here. Quick dive. Totally forgot about that. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this cutscene that was in the beginning of the game. Should we shoot? Should we shoot? Sure, why not? For the hell of it.
Get in!
Okay. It wasn't quite as exciting this second time you got through it. It's actually the third because I played the intro over again to test something afterwards, but... Truth. Okay, all our things are leveling up for some reason. Leather jacket, cyborg ninja. The cyborg ninja costume. I got a B rank. What? Oh, I guess it was I guess because I attacked those guys and messed things up. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. Almost reach 100,000 heroism. So he actually pulls Ishmael out of it here. This didn't happen before, right?
This way, boss. Hurry.
Wait a second. What? So that guy died.
Use that bike. It's tuned up and ready to go.
So then
I'll
this
handle the rest.
This is the real big boss?
Here.
That's your name as of today.
David Hayter?
Best change your face, too. This one, he'll take your place. From here on, he's Snake.
Okay, so he's still alive.
My very own Phantom, huh?
That's who we were playing as.
Boss, the whole world wants your head. Don't worry, he can handle it. Move now, quickly.
Aren't you forgetting something? We'll meet again.
Right.
Code Talker helps create the U.S. military Code Talker Cipher book. Operators should snake your death of the boss. The comatose Vulcan is transported to a research facility on the outskirts of Moscow. Code Talker begins research. Congo crisis. China. Republic. Clones of Big Boss are born. Eli, Liquid Snake, and David, Solid Snake. Big Boss parts weights was 0. Eli is taken to Great Britain. 0 suffers damage due to Skullface's parasitic attack. From the man who sold the world.
No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Yeah, it was him. Doctor in Ground Zeroes. The medic, I mean.
Boss.
And he took the blast. Okay.
Now
Now do you remember who you are? What you were meant to do?
I cheated death thanks to you. And thanks to you, I've left my mark. You have too. You've written your own history. You're your own man. I'm Big Boss. And you are too. No. He's the two of us together. Where we are today, we built it. This story, this legend, it's ours. We can change the world and with it the future. I am you and you are me. Carry that with you wherever you go. Thank you, my friend. From here on out, you're Big Boss.
Operation what? Operation Intrude? Something, I don't know what it said. I guess that's gonna be it. There's probably something after the credit sequence, I would imagine. I would hope, so we will see, but what can I really say? I think what really captures my opinion best is probably supremely disappointing. I mean, once again, like, it was exactly how I said, that because of the internet and how, I guess you could say, devoted fans are to this series, how big a series this is, pretty much everything was figured out. I mean, maybe not exactly. It is good that the real Big Boss is actually alive, because it at least doesn't throw off freaking Metal Gear Solid 4's ending, but I don't know, it's just kinda lame, man. I feel like this game had so much more potential, and it was just squandered somehow, and I don't know if it's that they ran out of money, their budget, they didn't have enough in the budget because the game got so expensive, that maybe there would have been a chapter 3 that would have had things, you know, would have given us a lot more. It says Zero's voices in here. I guess maybe we get a tape afterwards. It's the only thing I can think of. But, yeah, this game is just really weird. I mean, the fact that there's only two environments or two countries that you visit, I just feel like that's not enough. You spend so long, and only having 2 chapters is weird as well. It's not that the game is lacking content, but it's lacking story content. So much of the, at least probably a dozen or more cassette tapes would have been served much better as full-blown cutscenes. And of course, then there's the fact that they changed voices. David Hayter was not the voice of Big Boss anymore. Now, it would have made sense in the context of you being a different person in this game, but even the real Big Boss had Kiefer Sutherland's voice, so I really don't think they should have gotten rid of Hayter. It seemed really pointless, but you also didn't talk very much in this game, so the character you were playing anyway. I don't know, it's a bit sad that this is maybe the last Metal Gear game, or at least the last one by Kojima, and it had to end like this. I can definitely say as it is, this is the only Metal Gear game that I'd rate this above is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That's pretty much it. Metal Gear Solid 4 was just so much more amazing with the way they capped that off. I mean, that had everything to it. And this is not Metal Gear Solid 4, unfortunately. It's not Metal Gear Solid 3, it's not Metal Gear Solid 2, and it's not Metal Gear Solid 1 either. Now, this has the best gameplay by far of any Metal Gear game in terms of just the raw mechanics, the gunplay, the options that you have. But it's put into this open world, which is fine, but they really seem like they compromised on the boss fights and stuff like that. This game does not have good boss fights at all. The boss fights suck, in my opinion. I really felt like this is... Metal Gear Solid 3 had amazing boss fights. Even Metal Gear Solid 4 had really good boss fights. 2 had pretty good boss fights. I mean, every Metal Gear game had better boss fights than this, with maybe the exception of Peace Walker, which was just stupid, you know, mechs you fought the entire game. But, as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of Peace Walker. Now, this will be, this will not be the last video, though. I still have the pause. I still have to give pause the last photo, so that will be probably be the last thing we do in the game. Hopefully that gives us, you know, something nice to end on. And I know my girlfriend's watching this, so just know that I love you, babe, and thank you for sharing some tips with me. I'm sure it helped me throughout the game to not take as long to get as frustrated at certain bits. Thank you to anyone that's watched up to this point, which is probably about 1.5 people. There's a half a person out there watching. But yeah, and also with the character of Quiet, it's just, they could have done so much more with that character, too. I just don't understand. Just don't get it. I don't know how loud this music is right now. It might be drowning out my voice completely, so I'm not even sure, but... Who the heck is Zach? Why is always Zake? They don't have last names on there, I don't know. They don't have first names, I don't know. Animal animation support. But yeah, the Quiet character could have been okay, but they really did not do enough with her. I mean, her last mission kind of helps, but it was kind of too little too late, you know? She's gone at that point, so... any attachment you've grown with her because of that mission, the emotion, it's just... it's kind of wasted. And also, just the way that the cutscenes were structured in this game was super freaking weird, man. I don't know. It really feels like, as people have said, it feels like an unfinished game. It feels like there should have been... they were planning more, or they wanted to do more, and they couldn't. Because the way the cutscenes come to you, there's barely any cuts. It feels like there's barely any cutscenes in Chapter 1. And then in Chapter 2, they're just randomly thrown at you in weird ways that... characters are we're talking friendly with each other one time, and the next cutscene they're just torturing the person. It's just weird. I I just don't get it. I can only hope that Konami will release a Chapter 3, even if it's DLC and you have to pay for it. I mean, it should have been in the game, but if they at least do that, at least maybe we'll get something satisfying out of it. Because, it's just, I hate to say it, this was not satisfying. It had its good points. They had high points in the game that I thought, you know, if it had gone that direction more, there was some really good stuff in there. The Man on Fire had so much potential, then it ended up being, he's just bulging, he was mad, he's pissed, he's on fire, he had the parasites. Nothing really developed from it. They just ended in a very climactic fashion. I love the Devil's House scene. That was great. That was really creepy and just kept you wondering. But again, it didn't amount to anything very much. Code Talker needs to be removed from the game. I hate that freaking character. He talks so freaking slow. His tapes are so annoying. And he says the same thing 74 times. So yeah, I was not a fan of Code Talker. But the pause stuff, we're gonna do the pause, the final pause thing. This has been pretty much one of the most interesting parts of the game for me. The pause stuff. So we'll see. I never found You Spin Me Round. That's too bad. I didn't get to use the final countdown as my chopper music because it was so late in the game that I got it. I missed it in the first mission that you're there. Oh, Kojima. Alright, the Olympic Games are held in Los Angeles. The games are boycotted, blah blah blah. Eli establishes the Kingdom of the Flies in Africa, huh? Soviet Union complete with it all. Good Eli and Solid are sent to the battlefield. The Soviet Union dissolves. And yeah, Solid Snake was not in this game. The Outer Heaven, but his Solid Snake kills Big Boss's Phantom, huh? Huh. Solid Snake kills Big Boss. Shadow Moses incident. Deaths of Master Kazuhira. Big Boss kills Zero. Big Boss dies.
What was it all for? If the boss has some plan, what is it?
The real Big Boss is working separately from us to create his new nation.
New nation?
A military nation above and apart from all. The true Outer Heaven. Something created to maintain world balance. Independent of the struggles for supremacy, for personal profit, the cycles of revenge between countries. It'll be an army, all right, but more. Big Boss is building a nation. But until it's complete, we support the other Big Boss. The Phantom carries on his legend, his meme. That is Big Boss's plan.
So that's the way it is.
9 years ago, I thought everything had been taken from me. But now I really have lost it all. The boss, and the future we were building together.
One day, the age of Big Boss's sons will arrive. They'll likely want to settle the score with him. We have to shape that age. We'll each have roles to play, building the foundation for a revolution led by both Big Bosses, the True One and the Phantom.
No. Big Boss can go to hell.
Whoa.
I'll make the Phantom and his son stronger to send him there. For that, I'll keep playing my role.
Huh.
You know, sooner or later, there will be only one boss. There's only room for one boss. His sons are fated to face each other someday, too. If the day ever comes that you go back to Cipher, I'll aid the other son. And then you and I will be enemies, too. One of us will have to kill the other.
Fine by me. I'll be ready for the new age. Until then, we'd better get used to coexisting.
Star of Bethlehem, huh? So that actually makes me feel a little bit more for Miller, because it felt like the whole game he was doing this heel turn kind of thing, but now that you understand that, you know, I guess his motives make a lot more sense. Master Certificate Standard, whatever the hell that is. Truth Records. The codename Big Boss. We got all this: Big Boss, Outer Heaven, Zanzibar, Land, Haven, Gray, Cyborg, Ninja. Obtain emblem part. What the hell is that? Ocelot Kvatka? I don't know. Outer Haven. Legendary soldiers. Spunky Platypus. Now that is a legendary soldier, alright. Glacier Mongoose. Creeping Buzzard. Blue Salamander. Howling Platypus. Razor Hedgehog. Oh my god. So I assume it's going to take us right back to Mother Base, and we'll listen to these tapes before I end this video here, and do the pause stuff, do the final pause thing.
Side ops list updated.
So side ops have been updated. I wonder what's there. Wonder what we have available. Let's check what this last stuff is. Wow, 33. That's a lot of tapes, my friend. That's a lot of tapes. So good. Rewards. We got our rewards. Don't need to see this. Thank you. Wonder if I have enough to build a nuke now. I have enough fuel resources. I probably don't, though, unfortunately. Let's just see. No, I think 61. See, that's the amount owned. Yeah, I don't have enough yet. Don't have enough. Oh well. All right, let's check out what the side missions that unlocked are, but then we'll check out extract the highly skilled soldier, prisoner extraction 18. Eliminate the heavy infantry. Yeah, it's really basic stuff. Nothing interesting that I'd actually want to do.
Please
for the mission list. Sahelanthropus, so that's it, huh? All right, we'll listen to the cassette tapes that we got now and see what else is to the game. If there's anything interesting in here, let's hope it's not more Code Talker. My God, please, please don't let it be more Code Talker. Oh, it's all in the truth records. Okay. It's all in these truth records, so this is it. Well, let's go through them one by one.
Boss, how are you back on your feet so quickly?
There's a non-smoking ward.
Boss.
If I listened to everything the doctors said, I'd probably die in here. No point waking up after 9 years for that.
Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier.
Bad news, huh?
Things are looking worse.
Go on.
They found out about you waking up. And the man on fire picked this time to wake up too. We'll have to move forward ahead of schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor too.
So he's not. He seems awake now.
No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least.
He was a doctor too.
In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past is his past now. He's going to be your phantom, not some simple diversion. He'll act as the new big boss, and the act just isn't for Cipher. He'll be your face on the world stage, until the time comes for your resurgence.
You make it sound easy.
We've been busy over the last 9 years. His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions through induced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and experience. To make
Hypnosis once again. Kojima and his hypnosis.
No one around him will doubt that he's the big boss they know. So, is he the real big boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions. Of pain, of the future. What happens from here depends on his skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you.
David Hayter died
He protects
protecting
you.
you.
This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
I'll be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating memories, the past. But that's not all. When the time is right, I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double think.
Ocelot and his freaking hypnosis.
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
Right. His bodyguard?
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right away, but he won't be back to full health in time. We'll need to take him through his final paces.
Yeah. I want to see his face again.
All right, John. I've never forgotten you in these 9 years, but I have to forget you now.
Adam, I'm counting on you. What's up?
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
You never did like the French.
He doesn't say it. It's
All
Les
that
Enfants
cast or the
Terribles.
great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les Enfants Terribles. The terrible children.
That madness Zero started. Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't either. To them, those boys are your clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States, but the other, Eli, has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently he traveled to Africa after that, but That's where he escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth. If he's alive, he'd be 11 or 12 by now. Old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive?
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it. John, if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Boss, this war business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs, it may have a favorable influence on Cipher. To a ruler, an everlasting enemy is convenient. By directing the public's animosity outside his borders, he can unify their frame of mind. Guns for hire continue the war. Then enrich the economy with their spoils. War as a business will become a permanent tool for manipulating the public mind. A new business model. You might even call it a war economy. Before long, Cipher, or rather the Patriots, will be drawn to this. Probably only a few decades before it takes hold. It's not far off at all. Still no leads on Zero. We don't even know whether he's still alive. But the protocol he put in motion's making steady progress. Every day, SIGINT's web covers a little bit more of the globe. Total information control. Big Brother Zero. And it'll happen before anyone even realizes. I don't like it. You're the big brother of the battlefield. You've earned a firm grip on the world's military power. But soon, Zero will have nations in his. He'll erase the Cold War. All war from people's minds. And with it, the world's borders. Zero's will, his influence, will be unleashed, with nothing to stem the tide. When that happens, opposition will no longer match the lines on the map. And boss, with no borders left, what difference can we make? War will have lost any true meaning to the world. Just one more gear keeping the wheels of economy turning. Another product bearing down the capitalist conveyor belt. The future your friend Miller wanted. That's all there is in store. Perhaps it's already too late. But human will should only be handed down and nurtured by human hands. It can't be entrusted to the system. Especially not that soulless phantom that Zero's left in his wake. No matter what happens, we'll have to fight someday to reclaim our truth. Until next time, Big Boss. Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information, but we have no way to trace his location. That means the details are still fuzzy at this point, but apparently some new bioweapon was used. As soon as he noticed the dip in his vital signs, he had his stomach pumped and even underwent blood dialysis. But he didn't fully recover. Ironically, if Zero kept more company, he'd have been safe. Since the incident, his speech and actions have been getting more unhinged by the day. He's probably been rushed to another safe house for intensive care. But the location is a complete mystery. That's the way he operates. He went to incredible lengths to make sure his great escape went unnoticed. So far, I know at least Langley and the Pentagon were involved. He had a blackout triggered in New York to disrupt the transportation and information grids, and at least 2 submarines were sighted off the coast. The personnel involved were working off a cover story. Naturally, the White House was fed the same thing. The project is buried under a pile of dummy ops and backup plans stretching across multiple organizations. It's safe to say not one of the people involved knew what they were moving or to where. All top secret, no trail, no leads. He's living up to his name as usual. Only this time, even I can't find him. Now, the only record of his location lies within the Cipher AI that was at the heart of the escape plan. And that's closed off, with its data sealed away in a secret location. Skullface was able to put together this assassination attempt, but even he can't possibly know where Zero is now. I'll keep searching, but when you're up against he who controls information, it's gonna be a long battle. Boss, it was Anderson after all. That's right, the man who went by SIGINT during Operation Snake Eater. Following Zero's disappearance, he's taken over command of Cipher. Well, to be precise, the AI he oversees has.
Okay.
The idea to have an AI act for Zero came about in '74, when the data from the mammal pod penetrated NORAD. Clearly, an AI couldn't be allowed to make its own decisions. So they would take away its ability to act, and instead create a specialized system in which the AI, bound by specific rules, filters the massive amounts of data it collects before passing it on to people, subtly guiding their decision-making. A system of the people, by the people, for the people. So they began researching how to do it. DARPA apparently brought Strangelove on board to head it up. She was forced out after a certain incident. The direction of the project and any trace of her existence was scrubbed after her departure. Before Zero lost consciousness as his condition worsened, he left instructions for Anderson, through a cutout, of course. Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe. This meant sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. And here I am, the only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request, his will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project. It's called the Patriots. It's all about ensuring that the concepts driving society appears the same in the mind of each person in that society. About maintaining the identity of the individual, and yet having that individual willingly make up part of the whole. I guess it's fitting to call that patriotism. Creating a united world. Zero's will is already fading into a shadow of what it once was. Systems, guidelines, rules, laws. When you take a mentality and fix it in a solid shape, put it out there in the hands of people, it can only begin to decay. No mentality can last forever. When the body dies, the will dies with it.
Alright, so we've got now the secret recording from Paz and Zero. We're actually going to get to hear Zero. We have not heard him in the entire game so far, but we get to hear him in a tape anyway. Which I figured from the credits of the quiet cutscene actually says Zero is in the credits, which is kind of dumb they do that, but anyway. I guess they expected maybe you'd play the mission afterwards or something, but let's go ahead and do this.
Huh?
Over here.
Hello?
Not there. Here.
Huh?
Thank you for coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in pajamas as of late.
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
No, thank you.
Please, sit. Pacifica Ocean.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun.
Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect otherwise. Here you are.
Thank you. I heard you were sick?
Poppycock. I just like to take a little time off work.
You?
You must feel that way sometimes.
Well...
Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time. Drink, before it gets cold. English breakfast tea. All I have, I'm afraid. There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
What happened to the others?
They're in the next room. They've been taking it easy these past few months.
They...
Do you see any windows here?
No.
I've gotten used to it. This life. I am who I am, after all. And I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dungeon. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars. What should I do?
Well, you could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too. But once the wind blows, and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars, even here.
You've had a hard time getting to where you are.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep. Abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died. Others betrayed you, left you for dead. And you did the same to them. But through it all, you survived. And you alone made it here. Just look at you.
What did she do? Was she put through the Hunger Games?
Been through.
Yes.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next.
Yes.
And you are prepared?
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan. Not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know better, I'd say you really did grow up around the equator. But it runs deeper than that. One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised in Central America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
A little.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake. I'll share everything I know about him. But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
You can trust me, Cipher.
None of my friends call me that. Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I know we are the only ones here. There's no one in the other room.
And how do you know that?
You said I was your first guest.
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in quite a while. All right, then.
Cipher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment.
What the hell?
No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face.
Oh, this is when Skullface had her prisoner, I guess.
Big boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cipher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself.
I feel like this was in Ground Zeroes.
But you,
maybe not all of it was.
Are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
Yeah, this was definitely in Ground Zeroes.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is Hell's Kitchen, 10th Avenue. He is undergoing treatment there.
Not exactly Hyde Park.
Yeah, you never heard that part in Ground Zeroes, I don't think.
His medical needs keep him from moving around.
So I'm completely forgetting.
That is why he summoned me there. The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality, all 40 units are Cipher personnel. It took him 10 years to replace the original occupants. He's got places like this all over the world.
No better place to hide a needle than a stack of needles.
Zero is on the top floor. A room with no windows and no doors. Even the elevator does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase 1 floor down. Room 702.
Shades of World War II.
Nobody realizes the entire building is a setup. People go in and out all day. But they're all Cipher. The building blends right in with the rest of the city. They disseminate rumors that a gang operates out of the building that keeps most outsiders away. And most of them are there as security in case of an emergency. But even they don't know what they're really protecting. Foot traffic, goods coming in and out, phone lines, water and sewage. It is all monitored remotely by satellite and cameras inside and out. Should he need it, there's a sealed-off water conduit that can be used to escape to the Hudson River, and from there to the sea. But from the outside, it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security. Very bold. It's just the kind of ruse I'd expect from him. So long as no one's suspicions are aroused, you could hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in. And he's so paranoid about information slipping out, no one involved has the full picture. That ignorance is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
You hate him, don't you?
Hate? He never left me to die. I owe him my life. I'm bound to repay the favor. Any way I can. But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss? I don't hate the man. I do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he probably has no idea who I am. So you see, I have no reason to hate him at all. I mean to have my revenge against Zero. It's not petty hatred or resentment. Nothing so personal. Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain. And that mountain becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in. Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you. And Big Boss.
Don't do it!
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late to change things now.
Don't kill him!
The choice is not mine to make.
Please, let Big Boss live!
Proceed.
Please!
Hold her still.
It's me. Ocelot. It's been quite a while. Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I expected, Major. I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean. My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it. Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond? Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived, and that should buy us some time. Where is he? En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus. The military hospital at Dekelia? Ava's leading the operation. Ava? Following your orders? Funny, isn't it? That we should all reunite like this. This is an emergency. Otherwise, I sure as hell would... Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only bear to speak with me from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am and leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too. Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise? Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security. The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when? I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him. This location, it's safe? No one will find him.
Approaching.
And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed. Which is what you do best. Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh? Anything but. I'm sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from here on as well. Though I wish it weren't so. This will probably be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't say no, will you?
I have no choice.
Thank you.
Save your thanks.
One more thing. A proposition.
Yes.
I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like.
What is it?
You could say I've made another snake.
Major?
I'm not talking about the children. A mental copy. His phantom, if you like.
I don't understand.
You will when you get to Cyprus. I've set the ball in motion, but the rest is in your hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this.
If it's in his best interests.
I assure you, it is. Look after Snake. He's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known. Yes, it's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you.
Where is he?
Safe. But in the same state as when you last saw him. We've had our misunderstandings, you and I. But as you've made clear, our relationship is strictly business. Therefore, I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently.
Where is Snake?
Now. Settle down, or I'll have to hang up. And then you never hear from me again. Do you understand? First, about your boss. I had him moved once he was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me.
I told him to stop putting me under.
Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever. And to be honest, I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving matters in your hands. Don't take it the wrong way. Anyone looking for him would be looking for you. He needed to be as far from you as possible. In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So, instead, I'm giving you a point of contact. An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before. He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing. Keeping secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while. 10 years longer than you. Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust in him on this. Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play. Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be, V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one, you need Snake for that. And he's already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that, Tim? I get what you were trying with Paz,
You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me. You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit I may have been lax in my supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
Is that so? Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
Oh boy, a 9-minute tape.
Major, I wondered whether you'd really call.
Exer, I presume this was your doing?
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes.
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young. From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
She was still carrying it in Selinoyarsk. How about the back? Something wrong, Major?
Nothing, just pricked my finger.
The back.
The scar is there, just as I remember it. And this white stitching on the back. From the white berets the SAS wore in the early days.
Major?
30th of December, 1941. It's the inscription I made the day he died.
Of course.
His body was never recovered. This pin badge is the closest thing he has to a gravestone. When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription. Never again, she uttered, as if reprimanding herself for his death. She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Yes, it's real. Thank you. There's no doubt about it.
Good. Now I have no regrets.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Just want to talk for a moment.
Very well, then.
It's about our man, Major. He's been making some moves.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Yes, and up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although he is under my jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about?
Not exactly. You see, my being here's made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria, nematodes, viruses. I'm sure we can find something here to bring that plan back into action.
Forget it. The Cleanser Project was just another one of my predecessor's daydreams.
And the vocal cord parasites?
Were an excellent test case for reverse evolution. Nothing more. What matters now is the genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals. No need to breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results.
But
Don't be quaint, Exo. Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward, find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. Just as those robbed of their parasites develop allergies and autoimmune diseases, a man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But to ensure there's no allergic reaction, while the immune system fights off parasites and pathogens.
It's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
I have no intention of hiding behind your technological veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull, in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one. Major?
You son of a... The pin. You...
Yes, the pin. It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl. You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit or thank you in person, but it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, it's time for you to step aside. You're a busy man, lots to do, so I've left you a little time.
Go to hell! How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
You're no different. Just like him. None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the same to you, Major.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major, I'll handle the rest. Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge, it was a fake. I held on to the real one. I'll take good care of it. and continue the boss's work.
Jack.
All right, the final tape.
Go.
I almost thought you wouldn't come.
Well, you're supposed to visit hospital before you die.
But how did you get here?
My friends at the SAS know how to keep a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic, but the rest was easy. Still, I've had smoother rides. Oh, look. Scalded myself with my tea. I won't be staying long.
I understand.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
We did just as you instructed.
Has either of them awoken?
Neither of them, no.
Not once?
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEGs show stable activity levels. There's been practically no change.
Jack? Jack? It's me. You look fit to run a country mile.
Every 4 hours we move all of their muscles, subject them to load. They're stable, but eventually...
Yes, of course.
We've done everything we can to ensure they're ready to move, should they wake up. Still, it's been a pretty long time. How long will they be here?
Indefinitely. It's too dangerous to move them. And so far, no one knows they're here.
I see.
I am most grateful to you. And I need you to keep it up.
We'll do everything we can.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course.
Jack, can you hear me? Nice place, isn't it? I went to a lot of trouble bringing you here. Here, where no one will find you. Still, the Ocelot's on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming, but... this could be my last chance. If you'd just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital? Our first mission together. After the boss threw you in that river. Broke your arm. Ah, the good old days. I never told you this, but I had another team at my disposal back then, with a very special man leading it. Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something to me. Which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here. There's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful type, as you know. I'm all right for now, but they say it's a one-way street. If you don't wake up soon, I won't remember you when you do.
Good night. Yeah, I'm not gonna get up.
I don't mind about myself, but what he did to you, I can never forgive. I've sent him to Africa, and I doubt he's coming back. Jack, once your little holiday here is over, well, who knows when that will be. But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me.
Caution.
A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence. Wake up soon, old friend. Time is running short.
Okay, dead air for the rest of the tape. Well, that does it with all the tapes we got after the end of the game. And the only thing left for us to do is to give the final pause photo. Now, it would have been nice if some of those tapes at least were actual cutscenes, but no, they're just cassette tapes. How wonderful. Alright, well, so we're going to do the final thing. The final thing for us to do, at least that I'm going to do, is the Paz visit. We're going to visit Paz one last time, give her the final photo, and see what we get out of it. Hopefully it's something that at least caps off the playthrough nicely, so we'll see when we come back.